Hey, thank you for joining today. And before we dive into today's topic, I want to let you know that thing that you're holding back, that you're resisting, that you're waiting for everything to be absolutely perfect, but you've wanted to start, you've wanted to accomplish, you wanted to get going on forever, now's the time. The universe will reward your bravery and your courage. Step into it. Don't wait. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Imperfect action is so incredible. Hey, my name is Carrie, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things mindset, motivation, and manifesting. Today, I'd love to share a little perspective shift with you that will hopefully provide some insight and kind of flip some frowns upside down in your world. Turn things from a little bit dismal or gloomy to, happy, hopeful, and what that looks for. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. Now, you've all heard the term, life happens to me, right? What else happens to you? What else happens in our world? Well, I've heard accidents happen. I've heard shit happens. I've heard, we could go down, but it's usually all associated with negativity when something happens to us, right? So when we talk about life and how life happens to us, what state does that put you in, the perspective you're in? More often than not, it's a victim mindset, like a scarcity, lack, and things are happening to me. You have no control over it. The world's out to get me. That person did this to me. That's happening. And really what that does to your vibe and your energy, it just keeps you in that stuck in that helpless, hopeless place, right? The fact that you're where you are, which more often is sometimes where you don't want to be, but there's nothing you can do to get out of that because of everything that's been happening to you. Sucks to be there. I know what that feels like because I was there for a while. And applying some of these changes today is what kind of shifted things for me. So that's where it comes from you. So if that sounds like something where you're at right now and the things that this happens to me, this happened to me, that's why I haven't done this. This happened to me, that's why I can't do this. It's all bullshit right off the bat. So, okay. So that's one perspective. Life happens to me. Not a great place to live. And then the shift for that, which you hear a lot of people talk about, is life happens for me. Much more empowering, much better place to be, where it's about trusting that everything is happening for a reason and that you are being moved forward in life by the things either being drawn to it or pushed towards it. But everything that happens, whether it's negative or positive, whatever it is, how you perceive that is happening for your best interests. And I'll tell you what, that's a much better place to live from. And it's a great shift from the first one where life happens to me, right? And so it's more about surrendering to the outside circumstances, being open to opportunities presenting themselves to you, and that acceptance, and you've heard trust the process, all of those things like that. So that's what that is more aligned with in there. And I'll tell you what, if you have to pick between the first two, that is the way you want to go. There's no question about it. And lots of beauty kind of shifts into your world and starts happening when you look at it from that perspective. But I want to share something that you may not have heard before, which is this perspective. Life happens from you. This is a methodology, a principle that comes from Abraham Hicks and Neville Goddard. There's all kinds of, that I love to talk about those too. But it's about you create your reality 100%. Life happens from you. You can be, of course you can be if you aren't already, but you are a conscious creator. Create your reality. If you're somewhere where you don't want to be, you've got to own the fact, and this is where a lot of people don't like this, is that you have to own the fact that you're exactly where you are because of the decisions, the thoughts, the beliefs, the actions, everything that you've got right now. You are where you are because of all of those choices that you've made to this point. So if you're somewhere where you don't want to be, the fact that life happens from you is a beautiful thing, because when you own all of that stuff that's led you where you don't want to be, opens up a whole world of excitement and hope and brilliance and magic for you in the future, because you are the creator of that. You're writing the story of your life. And so many times we're reacting to what's happening and we're just kind of going with the flow and just in kind of like in a boat with no oars floating in the middle of the ocean just waiting to see where the wind blows us. That doesn't excite me. And I don't know if that excites you about how to live your life. Well, good for you, right? Maybe this channel ain't for you. But if that doesn't excite you, just go with the flow and living the life that other people expect you to live, and that, you know, that there's no excitement of what's to come, then this is the perspective I challenge and wish that you would even kind of just shift a few things, apply it to a few areas of your world. All right. So again, that life happens from you. So think about how that energetic state that you're in, when you're feeling good and all of a sudden something else happens that's going good, and you can do no wrong. You're hitting every green light. Someone buys your coffee for you. You're this, like, all of these little things happen. People are smiling at you. That's life happening from you, because the energy that you're in, you're putting that out, and so you're getting that back. And conversely to that, think about the other way around, where, you know, you're having a bad day, you stub your toe on the way out of your house, you get a flat tire, somebody cuts you off in traffic, and you spill coffee on your pants, and it just kind of goes and goes and goes like that, because life happens from you. You get what you focus on. What you focus on magnifies in your life. So that's the perspective that I want to shift. You are the creator of your reality. So if you're somewhere where you don't want to be, you got to own that. And that's the work. That's the hard stuff. Looking in the mirror, knowing that you are responsible for exactly where you are. So I invite you to kind of just to apply that to different areas of your life. Life happens from you. Your health and fitness, choices you've made. If you're somewhere where you want to be, that's pretty cool. Like, that's exciting, right? Yeah, life happens from me. I'm exactly where I'm at because of the choices I've made, the beliefs that I have, the decisions I make, the habits that I incorporate into my world. And if you're somewhere where you don't want to be, all of that applies as well. But you can change it. You can write your story different if you're not happy with how it's turning out right now. So that's the perspective. And it's all about that little shift. And one of my favorite Wayne Dyer quotes is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So instead of being a victim and pointing fingers of blame, resentment, and hate, flip it. Own it. Because that's where your power comes from. Your power to create the life you want, to be who you want to be, to accomplish what you want to accomplish. It is all possible for you. No question. The only reason you're not that person already, the only reason you haven't accomplished your goals and all those dreams that you have already, is your failure to believe that it's possible for you to do so. As soon as you step into that, the magic starts flowing. So, yeah, if you found this video a little helpful, I'd love for you to like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend if you like, if there's something that could help with something they're going through or anything like that. And I'm grateful for you joining me on this journey, on this YouTube channel, where it's all about becoming the best versions of ourselves, growing, evolving, and grateful for what is and excited for what's to come. So again, if you'd like to work with me, you want to kind of talk a little bit more about this, how you can apply it directly to life, I'll put in the links below. You can find me at kerrykish.com and on all of my social media at Kerry Kish Coaching. I'll put that in the notes below as well. Many groups that I have. There's a number of different groups. There's one-on-one coaching, different programs, stuff like that. So that's all on the website, or you could DM me and I can help you out with that. So you want to keep the momentum going? You like stuff like this? Let me know if you have any ideas of a future video you'd like, or diving into certain areas, maybe something I just kind of touched on in this one you want me to touch on more. Yeah, put it in the comments below. But you could also watch this video that's popping up on the screen right now, because it's going to be about momentum. It's going to be about manifesting, motivation, mindset, all of those things that help us evolve into the best versions of ourselves. So I'm grateful for you joining today. As always, until the next video, sending peace, love, and positive vibes your way.